What's going on, everybody? Your favorite CONMEBOL duo is back to talk CONMEBOL transfers. And now there was probably 400 different moves that happened this summer. We are not going to talk about all of them. We're only going to talk about the top 20, top 25. We got a tier list for y'all today. There's already a CONCACAF video very similar on the channel. You can check that out if you're interested in that region as well. As we go through these one by one, you guys let us know if there's any designations we have that you disagree with. And, Connor, I didn't even tell you this yet, but we have an S tier category, and we're going to play a game. Only one transfer can be S. Okay? So as we go through that, let's say, for example, we think Depaul to Inter Miami is an S tier, which we probably won't, but let's say we do. If there's another transfer we run upon, and we think that's actually a better S tier, then we have to bring Depaul down to A. So you guys drop your S tier nomination, basically your signing of the window from CONMEBOL down below in the comments. And this is going to be a two-part series. The second part, we're going to do a little mini game. We got some awards, some accolades for these moves. I think you guys will enjoy that. That will be dropping on the channel as well. So hit subscribe. So here's the tier list, guys. Not reinventing the wheel, not getting crazy. S, A, B, C, D. We're going to go in the order of the players we have here, which means Ecuador's Pervice Stupinan to Milan is first up. Connor, where are we putting him?
I'm going to be flamed for this.
Okay.
But give me A. Put my boy in A.
You getting flamed for that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, certainly. Get ready. The comments.
Who? The
comments.
Paraguayans?
I have no idea. I have no idea. The general footballing zeitgeist. Because there's a lot going against this man. There's a lot going against this man. There is hard evidence for him not to be A tier. But I'm going to sing his praises really quickly.
Okay.
All right. 22-23, he arrives in Brighton. He's got 1 goal and 7 assists in 41 games. Decent. By the end of the season, everybody's kind of questioning what's going on. This dude's name is Purvis. What's going on, right? By the end of the season, solid signing by Brighton, right? Solid signing by Brighton.
His first name is arguably the thing working against him the most.
Exactly.
It just doesn't.
They didn't understand.
Doesn't translate well. No.
And of course, there's no criticism for Drinkwater, Chilwell, or Cody, Coady. Nothing like that.
When your first name sounds like perv and your last name sounds like stupid, it's just like you're fighting an uphill battle from the start.
Fighting an uphill battle. And that's what my man is doing currently. This guy is Sisyphus, but he's still at it. And he's yoked.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to read you these games. Since the 2022 and 23 season, 2022-23, he missed 1 game overall. Immediately after that, he missed 9, 12, 17, and then 5 games in the latest season. The man is just hampered by injuries. And you see flashes of pretty excellent play, but the man's confidence is shaken. And, I mean, moving to AC Milan for a really reasonable price. I think he was making like 50 a week at Brighton. And I know this isn't about his contract, but he's making like 48 and some change now in Serie A. I think this is a really good move. He's going to be able to play his offensive game, and I think he just needed a fresh start.
I thought it was going to be a non-controversial A. I didn't think anybody was hating on Stupinan right now. Is that on Spanish Twitter? Maybe I just haven't seen that quite as much.
I think the injuries. For me, it was hard to put him in A because of the injuries. Like, I would love to make this an all-around great transfer, but, I mean, something goes wrong. He misses half a season, and then all of a sudden, it wasn't the Prem that was doing this. It wasn't a mental block. You know, it's something that he can't fix, frankly. So
I think for that reason, going to Serie A to avoid further injury is probably a great move. For me, it was very simple. One, you're an Ecuadorian player, still pivotal to the national team, and you're going to one of the biggest clubs in Italy. A club that's in a bit of a quagmire, you could say right now, but they're going to be back in European football soon enough. He left for 17 million, which I feel like is a completely understandable fee. I don't think they overpaid. I don't think that's too little money. I think it's a perfect amount for Stupinan. And AC Milan sold Teo Hernandez for 25 million. So if anything, they got Stupinan in, Teo Hernandez out, and they pocketed 8 mil.
Yeah,
sounds pretty good to me. I think it's a non-controversial A. If he gets injured, then
Okay.
maybe we're talking B territory. But yeah, no, I'm gonna keep it at an A. And if somebody thinks otherwise, please let us know in the
Love it.
comments. Okay, next up here, I think this is Estevao to Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken. Which this was a $40 million fee, is what I saw.
Okay.
I'm Oh, this one's tough. I'm going to go B on this one. I think it's a lot of money. The main thing for me is I just don't think Chelsea's a good arriving spot for 99% of transfers. I think it's a B move. I'm not going to go C. It is expensive, but I think he's looked good to start the Premier League season. I'm also not going to go A, though, because it's $40 million for a very saucy Brazilian winger. But I got to see more before I'm saying, like, amazing signing. Because, yeah, if he falls off, he'll be replaced or at least benched and loaned out somewhere. But I think B is fair. Is that where you have him?
I had a C minus.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Why?
know if
Just the
that
money?
counts. Yeah, the money in Chelsea. The money in
Okay.
Chelsea. I know that Chelsea's
I mean,
making a lot of room for a lot of players. I think they had a lot of players go out, as well as a lot of players coming in. Call it a net neutral for the season. They seem to be finding a bit more stability, a bit more structure, but I don't like that. And I don't know much about Estevao. I don't
Estevao,
know
yeah.
too much.
I think I
I
said
don't have
Estevao, yeah.
same. I mean, it was a good attempt, right?
I tried. I really did.
Well, once you finish the Spanish classes, it's on to Portuguese, and me too. But Estevao, I haven't been able to give him the eye test. I mean, dude seems to be producing, and 34 million. If he's really that promising, fantastic. I just don't. I feel like there are better options than Chelsea. You know, I feel like there had to have been other interest.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a
yeah,
classic Chelsea, sign young, and then if it doesn't work out, sell. So I've seen this 600 times in the last 4 years. I'm not getting excited about it. Okay, Ederson to Fenerbahce for 10 million. I'm
Ederson
just
to
going to let you take
Fenerbahce.
this one.
Got it. A plus signing. I saw
Okay.
for 11. He requested to leave last season. He got his wish this season. Pep was glad that he stayed. I mean, put a freaking bow on it. This guy, 6 Prems, Champions League, 2 FA Cups, 4 EFL Cups, UFA Super Cup, Club World Cup, 3 Community Shields, and a Copa America, which I frankly don't remember how much he participated in, but he was there, part of the squad. You get the trophy. Shout out to my boy. He wanted to leave, got to stay for an extra season, got to give him the goodbye. I mean, amicable all around, dirt cheap for Fenerbahce. Shout out
cheap.
Ederson. Dirt cheap.
I think for Fenerbahce, huge dub. You get Brazil's backup goalkeeper and all the accolades you just said for 10 million to 12 million. For Ederson, you did everything you needed to do at City. You wanted to move on. Going to Fenerbahce, that's an intense environment. You're going to be still fighting for trophies. He's probably going to end his tenure with a couple more trophies out in Turkey.
Yeah. Yep.
And I have a very firm belief on this that is getting more staunch. When they reach like age 30, the guy's not getting any better. He just needs to play. If you're 30 years old and you're a goalkeeper, I don't care where you go. If you're going to a league that is at least moderately competitive and you're playing, it's a win. Like at worst, it's a B move. Maybe it's not an S. Maybe it's not an A. It's at worst a B move. But yeah, Ederson A. I don't think that's controversial. Some people won't like the destination, but like, where did you want him to go? Barcelona?
The fans are going to be
Real Madrid?
He's going to be a household name. I'm there.
Okay. Julio and Anciso to Chelsea and then Strasbourg. I'm going to be honest. I think this is a borderline D move. Like it's a C minus D plus. What do you think?
I think that guy needed to get out of the Prem. I think he needed to get out of the Prem. I don't think he's appreciated where he is. I thought he had a decent season. He was on loan at Ipswich, right?
Yeah, he had 5 GA in like 13 games. It's like pretty solid.
I like him. I think he does really well here to get out. I know he's dealing with some knee issues. He had a meniscus tear that put him out for 38 games. He came right back, scored the goal of the season right after that, and he's just been trying to find his footing. Honestly, I put this at an A. I put an Anciso at an A. Hear me out. I don't like the Chelsea move. You don't need that. But Strasbourg, go there. Show your quality. Prove your quality. This guy's going to have 14 and 14 this season. And people are going to be
Okay.
like, oh my God, he's good. He was just at Ipswich. I think this is a really good move.
I hate that the long-term play is go to Chelsea, though. Like, that's why I really don't like it.
Correct.
Can we go C? I mean, the money's modest. I have 14 million. I don't mind the Strasbourg part, which they're basically just like a team of mercenaries now. Like, being a Strasbourg fan, it's also got to be kind of random because you just get all these Chelsea loanees like flooding the club every summer. I don't know. I think
team. Yeah,
I would have much preferred him go to Italy or the Bundesliga or Spain.
Correct.
So we can go B. I could go as high as B, but I cannot go A on this move.
Okay, I'm gonna ask that we keep it at B. I like the visibility at Strasbourg.
Okay,
That's really what sold it for me.
Okay, Ramon Sosa, fellow Paraguayan here, going to Palmeiras for I believe 13 million. It was a sizable chunk of change. You want me to take this one, or do you have strong thoughts?
Take it. I can't vouch for the eye test really here. I know of him. He's like a friend of a friend, you know?
I think this is one that can be hotly debated. You either look at it like this is a B because he's going to Palmeiras in Brazil, one of the biggest clubs in the country, who will be fighting for the domestic league, fighting for the Copa Brazil, fighting for at least a Sudamericana or a Libertadores every single season. Or you say, well, Ramon Sosa lasted 1 year in Europe, and now he's back in the new world for a Palmeiras team that sometimes he starts, sometimes he doesn't. So I don't really know. You look at the cup half empty or the cup half full. I'm kind of feeling like this is, again, a C plus, B minus type move. I can give it, we can go B on it, I suppose, because the money wasn't crazy.
I got a B here, and what I really like is the Libertadores and the Sudamericana being consummate placeholders there in that tournament. I mean, the Brazilian league stock is just rising, in my opinion. They've been better than Argentina for the last at least 5 years, and frankly, more talent over there isn't going to make it worse, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, this is like a very important player for Paraguay too, being in Brazil. And I mean, you have somebody like John Arias, who we have later in this list, key figure for Colombia. He was at Fluminense for 3 years, like at a good level. So Brazil is not the same as like returning to, he ain't going to Colo Colo. He's not going to Libertad back in Paraguay, and he's not going to China. This is a really competitive environment. It's just a little disappointing that his European career is basically guaranteed to have only been that single season in Nottingham Forest. I don't see him ever going back abroad after this.
Unfortunate.
But, okay. All right, we'll keep it as a B then. I do think there is plenty to be excited about. Nico Gonzalez to Atleti. Now, this is a loan with a weird buy clause that will be triggered depending on certain objectives being met. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's games played, goals scored. Probably
I couldn't find it either. I don't know if
it's been disclosed, but I feel like we might disagree on this one. Where you got Nico?
I got a C plus.
Oh, okay. I got a C as well.
Okay.
All right, never mind. Well, we could just move it along. No, I'm kidding.
We're just going to breeze over that one. Listen, we've talked about Nico Gonzalez. I feel like he is probably 2 or 3 steps ahead of Giuliano Simeone in the fact that he's not a complete footballer yet. He does some things really, really well, and he's very aggressive. The guy wants to play, and he wants to compete, and I rank that very highly. His work ethic, work habits are just seminal. Fantastic. The results, not so much. Argentina?
You talking 3 goals at Juve last year?
Yeah. But the year before that, he had 16 and 5.
At Fiorentina.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Which I just think Nico's just not a top team player. And that's fine.
That's okay.
To me, that's fine.
That's okay.
Like, dude, why don't you go back to Fiorentina finish with like 80 career goals there, and be a legend. Maybe you win a Coppa Italia. Like, what's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that.
I don't know, man. I'm an Atletico Madrid fan, for anybody who's unaware. So I'm not excited about this move at all. I'm not going to go D because it is a loan. But the initial rumor was it was going to be a $35 million purchase. To me, that's crazy. And he doesn't move the needle for Atleti.
Yeah.
But it's a loan. So even if he flops, if he's even worse than I could ever imagine, it's a loan. We're paying his wage. It's okay. It's a C. We'll survive, I think. Yeah. We just probably won't get better as a result. Okay. Oh, we got a big one here. Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich. Where you got him?
I got him at an A.
Is this an S?
Potentially. The money is a lot.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about the money.
Okay.
It's Bayern. And it's Luis Diaz. The guy's going to ball. The trident is now Olise, Harry Kane, and Luis Diaz. They don't speak the same language. And even if they do speak, serviceable English, right? Harry Kane does not speak serviceable English. He has a wild accent, but it doesn't matter because they're so good. Each and every one of them are good. Olise already, did it last year. If Luis Diaz has any growing pains, he just goes and talks to his friend on the other side of the pitch. He's going to have some great advice for him. He's the biggest criticism you can give Luis Diaz is that he's streaky. But on his day, he's the best left winger potentially in the world. The guy's a freak of nature.
On his day, I would agree. At CONMEBOL, at worst, he's the third best winger in South America. Left winger.
At worst.
To be specific.
Yeah.
If you want to say Vinicius is above him, I'm not even going to go down that road. I just think that this season, we're going to learn a lot about Luis Diaz. Just say it like that. And then Rafinha, who was a freak at Barcelona last year. So I would put Rafinha above him.
Yeah.
But Luis Diaz is a beast, man. And some people are like, it's crazy money, it's crazy money. Why is it crazy money? For a guy who is being bought clearly to win now, which guess what? Win now signings sometimes cost money, man. Welcome to football. Yep. The third best winger in South America at his position, who won things with Liverpool, has proven himself in the Prem, proven himself in the Champions League. I don't know. I didn't see it as like America. In the Copa America, in qualifiers.
Yes.
What's a tournament where he's flopped in? Like, we haven't seen that yet.
Nope.
Probably the Community Shield. He probably had laid a goose egg in one Community Shield game 4 years ago, and the haters are just clinging on. Okay, I'm gonna go A. The thing that will stop it from being S is the money.
It's a lot.
But that's it.
It's a lot of money.
But that's it. Okay, it is a lot of money. And you know what's a lot of money is Joao Pedro. Next up, 65 M's to Chelsea.
Oh, brother. It's a lot.
It's a lot of money. Not as much. He is younger as well.
Yeah.
Than Luis Diaz.
He's also, we're kind of cheating because we saw him in the Club World Cup and in the Prem.
Kind of feasted.
He's balling. This dude's balling out.
I don't like Joao Pedro.
Ooh.
But it's also like as a person, I don't really care for Joao Pedro.
Fair.
But I must admit, when I saw the purchase from Chelsea, I thought, God damn it, this is a home run.
Yeah.
This is a perfect signing for Chelsea. Immediately replaces Nicholas Jackson. Like day one, he's in the starting 11.
You're not even worried about that. You're not even worried about it anymore.
No. And now they're trying to, send him abroad. And they got Delap in at the same time. So I feel like for Joao Pedro being kind of that, like, he can be kind of a false nine type striker, good scorer of the ball, good penalty kick taker, very athletic, aggressive and pressing. It just seems like he's one of those guys that I feel like could play in most teams. I don't think the money was ludicrous either. Like, it kind of made sense, $65 million to me. I would say this is a strong A strong A for me.
Strong A. I had a B+ because of the
Okay.
money. But
Okay.
if I'm okay with an A because 23-24 season, 20 goals. 20 goals. And he's 23 years old.
Yeah.
And he's already doing well. I had to keep myself honest. Because when I saw the signing, I don't know how I felt about it, but seeing the results already, you can lean into A. But I had to keep myself honest with the B+ because I wasn't sold immediately. But shout out to him.
I guess
love
aggregate
being wrong.
strong A, B+. We'll just put him in the A for now. Okay. This is an interesting one. Yangel Herrera to Real Sociedad for 10 million. I don't know how much we need to dig deep on this one. I think it's a B move for Yangel. He left Girona, who I think are probably going to get relegated. He's going to Sociedad, where there's just way more talent around him. I believe he's 26 years old, so he's in the prime of his career. He might be 27. $11 million is fair for a starting midfielder for Venezuela and a La Liga side that did qualify for the Champions League 2 years ago. Is this a home run revolutionary signing? No, but this is a solid, second base hit. I think it's a B.
This is solid. Whoever was in charge of this transfer, whoever put this guy on Real Sociedad's radar, bump his pay because the man has done his research. He did well at Girona. I think he's going to put the pedal to the metal for Real Sociedad because he's been on an endless string of loans. Lock him down. Put a ring on it. This guy's going to be a veteran. He's played everywhere, from the United States to, I'm sure he spent some time at the Man City training ground.
Man City signed him. That's right.
We signed him. We never used him. We just loaned him out to New York City FC, and then we're kind of sending him all over the place. But yeah, lock him down, put a ring on it. Solid signing. I'd go with a B.
Okay. All right. Garnacho to Chelsea.
Brother.
54 M's. Great move. D transfer.
I like it for Chelsea. I don't like it for Garnacho.
Why not?
There's a lot of intangibles here. He does well at Man U. He's not part of Amorim's vision. Okay, fine. Let's explore other options. I don't know why you settled for Chelsea. I don't know why. Because you have not proven anything yet. You've done well for an objectively poor Manchester United. Is it because you're good? Is it because Man United had flashes of good performances and you were able to capitalize on some of that? I personally rate him as a pretty good player. I'm not going to lose my mind about him. I wanted somewhere other than Chelsea. So personally, I'm not very happy about this. I know they had an exodus of players. The ground is littered with the, trashed careers of wingers at Chelsea. So I'm really nervous about this. I have it at a flat C.
Okay. Do you think the money is too much?
The money is a lot. But that's the tax that you're going to pay to Man United. That's what they're going to do. They wanted something out of this. Chelsea said, we got it to burn. Rip it. And you know what? That vote of confidence is probably going to get him firing when he sees the field. It's encouraging for him, at least. That's a vote of confidence. 11-10 in 24-25. To me, that's not a player you sell at Manchester United. But, Amorim gets what Amorim wants. So he's got his magnetic clipboard and Garnacho's in London.
This one's conflicting for me. Even after your breakdown, I'm still not sure how I feel about it. It's a ton of money, and I don't like Chelsea as a destination for him. But where else was he going to go? Was he going to go to Liverpool? No. Was he going to go to City?
No.
After and put Marmoush on the bench? I don't think so.
Nope.
So was he going to go to Spurs? That would have been actually a pretty interesting destination, I think, because I think he's more likely to start at Spurs. Yes. So I think there were a few, maybe one or two better destinations. Other than that, it was like Real Madrid, which they have Vinicius and Rodrigo. They're not going to sign Garnacho for 65 million.
Yeah.
And they just bought Mastantuono, who we'll get to later.
It's a lot of money for a maybe. And not even a maybe if you're good. Maybe if you start.
Did Chelsea need Garnacho at the same time? Maybe. Be nice to have him.
But
65 million?
50 million for a maybe is what I'm getting at. I'm not here for that. I think he's a good player, right? I like that he is somewhere where it seems like he could be appreciated. He's away from the Man United mess. Chelsea have corrected their infrastructure significantly better. That's a positive to me. But I cannot outright say that this is a positive move, so I have him sitting in purgatory. I got a C right here.
Okay, I'm going to go with a C with you on this. But I would say it's a C+. It's a tough one, though. Okay, yes. We have big money here. Matthias Cunha to Man U. I believe when you translate it to dollars, it's 84 million. It's a big-ass move, man. We could put it in an S?
This was one where I had to take the perspective into account. I was like, okay, who from whose perspective am I rating this? You know?
Okay.
I averaged it out, and I got it sitting at a B, maybe a B+ here. That is a lot of money. Do I think he's one of the best players in the Prem? Without a doubt. Does it seem like he could help Man United course correct? I think so. If he could do it at Wolves, I feel like he could do it here as well. That being said, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of
and
money.
My man he's not blowing anybody out of the water at Brazil, but I kind of, frankly, with all the Brazilian players, I kind of chalked off their Brazil performances because I don't know what the hell is going on over there. He's leaving a lot of uncertainty and going to more uncertainty. So as good as he is, and as much as I rate him, and as intelligent of a transfer as this was for Man United, I can't sit here and tell you that I think it's a good career move for him. So averaging that out, I have it as at a B overall.
Okay. I think a B is also fair. It's a ton of money. There are questions about if Man U and their system is going to help him versus at Wolves, where he kind of like ran wild and got to do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
And he balled out. But a very different style of play from what Amram wants to do. And you know what? It's different playing on Wolves than Man U. It's different when like you're the team that's got to press the issue every single game versus you get to sit back and just run at people. Not that that's all he did at Wolves, but I think B is fair for the money is as well. I mean, dude, I thought I still remember when Atleti sold Matthias Cunha. I was like, oh, we just robbed Wolves. I think they paid like 50 million for him. And I was like, well, we fleeced them so hard. And now they recouped their investment plus 30 mil 2 years later. That's wild. So I think for Wolves, they'll be like, hey, servant of the club, got us a bag, is cool. For Matthias Cunha, it is leveling up the club, at least historically. I mean, Wolves are pretty ass right now too. But yeah, it's not a guarantee, which I hate saying that because none of these are a guarantee, but it's just so much money that, I don't know, maybe Man U. To me, it's almost like you sign Matthias Cunha when he's the last thing you're looking for. It's like, all right, what's gonna push us for the title? All right, Matthias Cunha, 85 million, get him in. Give him the blank check. But like the whole team needs to be rebuilt. And I don't know.
Correct.
I don't know if this is the one you start with, is how I'm thinking about it. Okay, Thiago Almada to Atleti for 20 million. I think this is an A.
Okay.
In a pretty easy A. What do you think?
I've got a B+ here. I'd be willing to lean into an A. Yeah. Okay. I mean, the guy's cold. His transfer to Atlanta FC, not Atalanta, Atlanta. Rough. Balled out, arguably the best player in the MLS. Fantastic. He is so good that setback didn't hurt him as much as it should have. He's now in the conversation for starting for Argentina. Like, I mean, I think this is kind of a great landing place for him. It's just, I feel like Atletico has a bunch of guys that are you don't know where to put the puzzle pieces, like Nico Gonzalez. What are we doing with him, right? You're getting rid of Depaul, who for a fact belongs exactly where he belongs, right? I don't know. Almada, where's he going to go? What's he going to do? Is Nico going to be the option? Is Almada going to go to like an attacking mid sort of position, or is this just a feeder team for the Argentine national team? Like, is this just the Selección minor leagues? Is he going to be a left winger? I have no idea what that looks like. I feel like Simeone is cooking something up, which is why I got the B+. I just don't know what the vision looks like. So I can't look at this with absolute confidence and say this is going to be good. I'm a little hesitant, but I really like the move. I like Atletico. I love Almada. I think I'll tell you what, I would have pushed it up to an A if Depaul was still there, because I want Almada to get a little bit of a mean streak in him. And I think you need Depaul for that. That's the mentor that I want him to have.
I would argue he already has that. Like, I don't know.
When I watch him, for sure.
Yeah, he's a dog already, I think. He's just got the Argentine grit. I hear what you're saying. I think the worst thing about the move is two things. Number one, Almada doesn't put up stats. He doesn't put up numbers. Because he can play anywhere, I don't ever expect him to have 20 goals in La Liga. Okay. And also, Atleti bringing in 9 guys in a window, all of them around the same fee, doesn't really look like people either say it's the greatest window ever. I think it was total dog shit. But I think Almada looks like the best player that we've bought. It's either him or Hanchko. I think they look like the best purchases so far. And I do love that he can play in the midfield. He can play as a left winger, right winger, whatever it may be. I think he's going to help the team a lot. And the money was not that bad. 20 million
for Almada. Thank you, Atlanta United. Thank you for the MLS trip, because that brought his stock down. This is a guy who's got 3 goals and 1 assist in his 7 games for Argentina.
Yeah. He cooked against Venezuela too.
Cooked.
Yeah. No, it's a good move. I'm going to put it at A unless you have a strong objection.
No. I'm here for it. I needed to hear more from you.
Okay. I liked it. I didn't know how I felt about it, but having watched him 3 games now for Atleti, I'm like, yeah, I think he's going to come good. And I wouldn't be surprised if he replaces possibly a fellow Argentine in the lineup at some point in time. Okay. Omar Alderete. I'm going to be honest here. This is a S-tier signing for me. For me, it's an S-tier signing. You got probably the 7th best center back, maybe even 6th in La Liga, to go to a promoted Sunderland team for $10 million. Are you kidding me? This is a guy who also balls out for Paraguay, who just qualified for the World Cup.
Yeah. So
you got a bruising South American center back who is a great defender for $10 million. I think it's a coup. I think it's a robbery, a pure robbery by Sunderland here. I'm a little disgusted as a La Liga fan how little money he went for. Oviedo just went to West Ham for $45 million. Malik Tia went to Newcastle for $40 million. Nobody rated that guy at all. And Omar Alderete goes for 25% of what those guys went for, being one of the best center backs in La Liga. I think it's a borderline S tier for the value. He started immediately for Sunderland. He's already got an assist for Sunderland. I think it's a borderline S. Like, I'd be comfortable putting it S until somebody else knocks him down.
Okay. Interesting. I don't have that. I got a B+/A here, but I do have the words Paraguayan Paragon written right here.
Okay. That sounds like S.
Here's where I'm at. Here's where I don't know if I'll put it S. It's Sunderland. I'm taking this from his perspective as well. I don't know how much I would rate this for him. I think he's going to look really good. I think best case scenario, he doesn't stay with Sunderland past this year. Or maybe one more year after this. They've
Yeah.
got him for 2, and then he makes a transfer somewhere else. Adjusting to the Prem also makes me a little nervous. It's a different game. And
Yeah.
I don't know how tall he is.
I mean, looks
We'll
good
see.
through 3 games.
Looks good through 3 games. I can't argue with that. I'd be okay with an A. Can we do an A?
Okay. We'll go A because of the
hold on.
destination.
How many S tiers do we get? We get one guy in S tier?
We get 1 S tier. Yeah. Which we can promote one of the A's at the end of the video if we need to.
Why don't you put him up there? If you feel strongly about this,
I think it's
he hasn't passed my eye test at Getafe. I haven't seen that.
Okay.
So put him up there, and if we feel strongly, we'll knock him back down. Tentative A.
At least the Paraguayan subscribers will be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Edit everything I just said out. We're really targeting our Paraguayan audience.
Yeah.
I love Alderete.
Mom, and I hear what you're saying about Sunderland, but like Getafe ain't great either as a place, right? This is an upgrade in terms of visibility, his bank account, probably the type of challenge that he's going to be going up against with a much faster physical league. I think it's great. I think it's an S tier. It is a hipster S tier, but welcome to DeadBall TV. Okay.
If you don't like those, you're watching the wrong channel.
Yeah, you're watching the wrong channel. Santiago Mourinho to Villarreal. This one I can also take because Atleti had Mourinho for years and we never played him. Loaned him to Alaves last year. He was very good for Alaves. Joined Villarreal for $10 million and has probably been the best fullback in La Liga to start the season. He's actually playing as right back. Interestingly, Juan Foyth has like locked in the center back position. Mourinho's gone right back. And he's cooked. He's been so freaking good. I think it's one of my La Liga signing of the season nominees. So I think it's an A tier. And I think he will be brought into the Uruguayan squad very soon and get minutes.
I have him in an A tier as well. And the reason that I'm looking at right here, I'm not too familiar with Mr. Mourinho's game. But the business done by Atleti here is nasty work. Nasty work. You send him to Alaves. You trigger the 4 million buyback, right? So you get money. You trigger the Atleti triggers the $4 million buyback and then sells him for 10. So you're at a 6 million positive. And my man's heading over there. You're offloading a guy that is not going to get starting minutes here, right? That's like football manager work here. Alaves is going to be pretty upset about this.
Yeah.
Because now they're high and dry outside of the transfer window. It's too bad, so sad. Nasty work by Atleti. Pretty cutthroat.
Yeah. I would have honestly preferred if we kept him. And what's crazy to me is he's never been called up by Uruguay. Or maybe he's been called up, but he's never played. He's never stepped on the pitch for Uruguay. This is a La Liga starter last year. This is a La Liga starter this year for a team that will be in the Champions League. If Mourinho cooks with Villarreal in the Champions League, he has to get in that 11. I'm sorry, Nandez. It might be time to step aside.
Oh, love Nandez, though.
I love Nandez, too. But he's, 32, playing in the Middle East?
Yeah.
Get in the young guys. Bielsa's going to call up 17 guys from the local Uruguayan league, but he's not going to call up a dude who's playing in La Liga. Like, it just doesn't make any freaking sense.
See, he's too hipster. He is too we toe the line. He's gone too far.
All right, man. Let's move on to
Speaking of going too far.
Speaking of going too far, can I just say for MLS, this is a runaway S tier signing.
Yes. Yep.
Runaway S tier signing. What about for everybody else, though?
I'm going to start off with my own disclaimer.
Okay.
I understand why he's doing it. I get it. I'm not happy about it, but I get it. For the MLS, yeah. Undisputed S tier. You have an incredible ball-playing center midfielder, also an incredible off-the-ball midfielder. I mean, he's great going forward and tracking back. The chemistry is going to be off the charts with pretty much everybody on his team. He's a leader in the locker room. The younger guys are going to look up to him. The older guys, I mean, you literally have another World Cup champion on your squad, and he's got future. He's got pedigree. He's got a little bit of a future. I mean, I'd say, I don't know how long the prospective signing is, what his contract would look like, but you've got at least 3 more years of quality performance from this guy in the MLS. I don't know how long he'll stay, but he could stay 5 and it would probably look good.
Could probably stay a decade if he really wanted to. He just won't.
Yeah, correct. He is world class in the sense that he has grit, hustle, and passion. Technically, maybe not, but you get other guys for that. For the MLS, for the MLS,
he's got world class vision.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll get behind that.
And I'm only saying that because people actually think he just runs, which is completely false. Let me tell you.
You don't watch. They don't watch. They don't watch.
No.
Sorry. What'd you put? What's your letter grade here?
Dude, I didn't have one. I was going to have to make this one up on the spot. I mean, as an Atleti fan, with Depaul being my favorite player, this actually broke my heart. It's probably the worst thing that happened to me this summer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it a C because it's just so not hype? Okay.
I got a C. The positives for the MLS the ramifications from this, we'll probably see this for the next, probably 4 or 5 years, even if he does end up leaving after Messi. But, I mean, they've got a potential captain. He's going to be taken care of. He's in Miami. He's happy. Easy flights to Argentina right there. This is great for him personally. Great for Miami. Breaks my heart. That's one letter grade. Man. He's leaving the Argentine, colony that is Atletico Madrid right now, which I love to see. So injuring that's another letter grade for me. No A, no B. That's straight C, neutral.
Straight C. Okay. Speaking of C, John Arias to Wolves.
Oh.
I think it's a C. I like John Arias. I don't think he's good enough for the Prem. I don't think he's fast enough for the Prem. I don't think he makes good enough decisions for the Prem. I don't think he keeps Wolves up. And it was 20 million. He's not a clinical player. He had a great Club World Cup, and everybody thought, oh, this is Arias every weekend. No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Watch him for Colombia as well. This guy has had some complete stinkers in this qualification cycle. He's kind of like a Giuliano Simeone type guy. He can be like a Nico Gonzalez type guy, where it's like, yeah, he'll beat his man off the dribble. Then what happens? Oh, the ball's out of bounds. Oh, where did the cross go? Out the other end line. Oh, it was blocked. The final end product from John Arias is not good. And there will be some Colombians who are like, he was one of the best players in Brazil. I don't know if he was one of the best players in Brazil. I saw him in person twice. Yeah, he's fast and he can turn. Tough to get the ball off him. Again, the end product isn't good, and you're in the Premier League for a relegation favorite team with pressure from the $20 million price tag. I don't like it. I didn't want him to go to the Prem. I think he would be very good in La Liga, where it's a little bit slower. Like, this is what should have happened off the dome. Real Sociedad should have sold Takefusa Kubo for 50 mil and bought John Arias for 20. A move. I'm stamping it now. Like, that's brilliant business. You get 30 M's in and John Arias for Takefusa Kubo. We're all walking away feeling pretty good about the deal. But to Wolves for 20 million, I can't get behind it. I do not think he's going to succeed there. And I'm not wishing that upon him, but I don't think this was the right destination for him.
My one counter argument, I had him here for a B minus, but we're not doing pluses and minuses, so I'd be content with the C. My one counter argument, Sudamericana and Libertadores, balled out. As a tournament guy, fantastic. Yes. Okay, big games, maybe in a relegation race, he will show up when you need him, but it's a lot of money, and if he doesn't pass the eye test for you, I'm comfortable knocking him down.
Maybe he does really well for Wolves in the FA Cup, but I don't see it in the Premier League. I could be wrong. Sure. I don't want to be correct, but I am forecasting that this is not going to go down very well. Okay, so this is Solomon Rondon to Real Oviedo on a loan from Pachuca and Liga MX. I kind of feel like this is a... Can I put B for this? I mean, it's a loan for Venezuela starting striker for a promoted team in Spain that has no money, and this was probably one of the best decisions they could have made.
Yeah. Statistically, over the last few seasons, guys getting a goal every other game. Pretty consummate professional here. 35, that's leadership there. Bring him on at the end. Maybe he scores you a couple 70, 80-minute winners. Love it. Sure.
Oh, he's been starting for them.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, again, if it flops, oh well, he goes back to Pachuca. Who cares? Yeah. I think it's not
no
too much
consequence signing.
No consequence signing. Okay, what about Darwin Nunez to Al Hilal? Is that a consequence signing for 55 million?
Oh, brother. I got it at a C plus if you want.
Yeah, I'm not gonna debate you on that.
Decent money for Liverpool guy. I mean, the way that people talk about him is like he committed cardinal sins. But let's not forget 23-24 season. I forgot about this. He had 18 goals and 13 assists, 54 games for Liverpool.
Yeah.
That, to me, you're starting to justify the $90 million signing, but then we're all going to trash talk him the second that he, is not a part of the new system. Then all of a sudden he's bad. No, he's not a part of the plans, and that's okay. I'll tell you what, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. I think what's going to happen here, guy's still got some life. I think he's going to go to Al Hilal. He's going to make a bag, and then somebody in Serie A is going to pick him up. Somebody in Serie A is going to pick him up whenever that contract runs out or towards the last year or what have you. And then he's going to do really well whenever Nico Gonzalez goes to Fiorentina. And then they're going to bring in Darwin Nunez for 25 when Darwin Nunez is 30, 31. I feel like I can see it.
You said Fiorentina. If players actually took pay cuts, a front two at Fiorentina of Moise Kean, Darwin Nunez would cut up Serie A. That would be so exciting to see. But once you go to the Prem, it's just impossible to go anywhere else. Unless you're like a Stupinan and you're like, I either don't want to pay a raise or I'm willing to go down a little bit. It's just too hard. And he was at Brighton too. On a Liverpool contract? No, Fiorentina's not matching that. You can forget about it. Maybe a Sunderland contract you can get matched. Maybe. But that Sunderland contract got Granit Xhaka away from Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League. And it got him away. So Prem money is crazy. I'm going to go see. People talk about Darwin like he is the worst striker in the world. And it kind of bothers me because I feel like Prem fans just pick one guy to just relentlessly bully and clown the entire year. And I don't think he deserved it.
31 goal contributions in 54 games. That's starting to justify that price tag. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Overhated.
Oh, completely overhated. Okay, who do we have next? Ooh, this is an interesting one. Richard Rios to Benfica for 30 million. What do you think?
I got him for an A. Love it. I love this signing.
I love it too.
I love it.
I was thinking A plus actually of a move. Really good.
I think this could turn out to be an S tier signing here. This guy has within him a spirit that is reminiscent of Depaul and Otamendi. I think the only reason that we didn't see as much of that is because in the game where that should have truly manifested, he was playing against Depaul and Otamendi, who are already proven quantities at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to beat the incumbent, the World Cup champions. They played a phenomenal game. So he looked significantly worse than he actually is. Not to mention his story's fantastic. Nobody wants him. Constant injuries, not doing well. Now he's playing at Benfica with Otamendi. I want Otamendi to pass the torch to him, and I want him to ball out. I want him to end his career at Benfica.
And they qualify for Champions League too. They beat Fenerbahce in the playoffs. So first season in Europe, he will be a starting midfielder in the Champions League. Probably the most underrated South American player up until 6 months ago. And then I think his profile really blew up. But
Yeah.
if you watched the Copa America, if you watched qualifiers before that, we've been talking about Richard Rios for quite some time because he is that freaking good for Colombia. This could be an S tier. And I will not be shocked if Benfica sell him in a year for 60 million.
Oh.
In a year.
Yeah, he is
wouldn't
only
be surprised.
25. He is only 25.
Yeah. It's a really, really nice signing. I like it. Okay. Pierre Ncampié to Arsenal. Now, specifically, this is a loan with a $50 million buy option for Arsenal, if I understand it correctly.
Whoa,
so you can grade that how you will. I absolutely hate this move.
Okay.
Because
why?
Pierre Ncampié is one of the best defenders in South America. And I don't like this kind of side chick ass treatment that my boy is getting from Arsenal, where, yeah, let's test you out. Let's see if you're good. You know, the guy who played in the Invincibles Leverkusen team that won 2 trophies. Let's test you out a little bit, see if you're actually good, because we don't really trust that. We're not sure if you might not be Arsenal quality, son. Not yet. And then if we do, then we'll buy you for 50 million. I hate that. This man should be walking in to most backlines in world football. And if he does do a good job for Arsenal and they do buy him, what does that mean? Who does he put on the bench? Is he going to be a left back for them permanently? Are they going to sell Saliba? Of course they're not. They're going to sell Gabriel? Of course they're not. Urian Timber's a freaking beast at right back. He's not going anywhere. So now we have one of the gems of Ecuadorian football, one of the gems of South American football, as a backup playing in the FA Cup? I hate this. I'm so serious. And Ecuadorians, let me know in the comments. I feel very passionate about this. I would have rather him gone to Crystal Palace, replaced Mark Gahey, and just started in that team. I would have preferred that. I think that would be better for his career than going to Arsenal. Not that Palace are bigger than Leverkusen, but if you're going to leave Leverkusen, if you're going to leave the Champions League to go to England, I mean, I would at least rather you go to a good team with a good manager in Glasner with a back 3 system. Pierre Ncampié, Tyreek Mitchell, left side of the field. Good luck. Good luck getting past that. Come on, man. I hate it. I hate it. I hate what it stands for. But so I would give it a D. But you tell me what you think about it.
I got it for a C. I'm here for the D conversation. I do kind of like the thought process of maybe Saliba, maybe Magalhaes are somebody wants out. Somebody wants out in some capacity. Maybe there have been whispers in the locker room. We have no idea. Maybe it's time to shake things up. He's looking at becoming, filling those shoes potentially. I think he's more than capable, right? Not to mention, he could play the ball. He could play the ball. If you want to just throw him in at left back, do it. And then what? In a year of substituting whenever one of those guys needs a rest and being consistent at the left back position, you want to slot him in for that center back spot? I looked at it more like a next man up situation. We're not getting rid of anybody yet. The fans don't want anybody gone, but we're looking forward here. Arteta's got a really incredible defensive system. He is this quality. So
he gets enough of that shit at Ecuador.
That's true.
I'm tired. I'm tired of that. Connor, I'm tired of the 0-0s. I don't want to see any more 0-0s with Pierre Ncampié. Please go somewhere a little more robust, forward thinking.
Yeah.
Risky.
Do you think that nobody else was in for him?
Spurs were in for him. I believe he said no.
He said no to Spurs?
It was last year. Last year. I mean, Leverkusen were just going off the invincible season. I understand it. And Spurs were in 14th place in the Prem. So I understand why he was like, I don't know. But Oh my god, man! I think if he went to Atleti, I know I'm biased. I'm an Atleti fan, but we're talking about one of the biggest clubs in Spain, and you will start. You will get Champions League. You will push, and I promise you, he signs a 5-year or 4-year contract. He's winning a trophy in that time with Atleti. I promise you. And he's going to get trophies at Arsenal, probably FA Cup, something like that. But
Yeah.
I don't like it. This would be, I don't know. I'm a little protective over Incampié. This would also be like if somebody tried to sign, like what's a good example of a. I mean, Couto Romero's not a good example because he's like in his prime. But if somebody tried to sign, who's another? Richard Rios is a good example. If it was like, Chelsea, Richard Rios loan, possible buy option in the summer, here we go. I'm like, no. You're not going to wipe your ass with one of South America's best upcoming players. Either you want him or you don't. Either you want him or you don't. And you're only bringing him in because somebody got injured. You would not have bought him without an injury. He deserves better than that. I'm heated about this. I'm gonna go with your more reasoned mind, and I will give it a C because it is hype to have an Ecuadorian Arsenal. But don't do my boy like that. Okay. Piero Quispe to Sydney FC. I just wanted to put this on because 1, there were like no Peruvian transfers to speak of. 2, this man just left Liga MX at Pumas to go to the Australian League. Has this ever happened historically?
I don't know. Where did they even find the phone numbers? Who did they talk to get those numbers? Like,
how many Australian scouts are in Mexico right now?
Yeah, I have no idea. What was Pumas just like, yo, I just got an email from Australia. No shot, right? This is a scammer. We're being scammed. This is a scam right now.
Yeah. It's like, sir, we have an email here from Sydney FC saying they want Quispe on a loan.
They're like absolutely not.
That's coming straight from India. Delete that.
Exactly. They were like, we briefed you on the phishing schemes at the company retreat. Yeah. Okay. You know exactly where this email goes. Don't bother.
It says they want $1,000 security deposit, though. Should we pay that before we start the conversation? No, it's terrible.
Oh God,
it's terrible. Do you know why he went? I actually looked into this. He said that he wants the opportunity to win something, which I understand. Because Pumas, look, man, they're like the smallest gigante in Liga MX. They're not very good, but damn, how bad do you want it? You gonna go to the A-League?
It's wild. It's a wild move for sure.
It's one of the most random things I've ever seen.
I thought about Quispe. His girlfriend's gonna hate this move. I thought I was gonna put him up for that accolade. Spoiler,
Part 2, hit subscribe.
Yeah, but it was a close one. It was a close one. Yeah, and Australia is pretty. The people are nice. You can eat good food. I think he'll have a blast. For him, I was pretty stoked.
Less cartel violence.
Less cartel violence, definitely. Yeah, the Bogan cartels in Australia definitely not nearly as violent.
Chances of being kidnapped just dropped 500%.
Chances of being eaten by a shark.
Saltwater croc, just 10,000% upwards.
Skyrocketed.
Trading burritos for meat pies. Let us know in the comments. Okay. Are we going to have another D signing right next to him in Alexis Sanchez to Sevilla?
Oh, dude. Yeah. I had him for a D. Here.
Okay. Are we being mean?
No. He's 36.
Okay. Right. Well, if you say
so. He's 36.
Okay.
He's 36, and he's done nothing in these qualifiers for Chile. He is beyond washed. He's beyond washed. I think he had one like halfway decent season at Inter. No, you know what? I'm not even going to say that. He had a good stretch of like 10 games at Inter. Fell off a cliff and then went to Lyon, right? And did well there. And we have not heard of him. Oh, yeah, sorry. Marseille.
Yeah.
We have not heard of him since.
Yeah, it was at Udinese last season. 0 GA in the league. The reason that I might have said C is because what could he possibly do other than this at this point in his career? Like, is it not a little admirable that he's staying in a top 5 league, top 3 league for Sevilla?
I want to put another player in D. So I kind of like the D for him, but I'd be willing to throw a C up there because you're going to get leadership. You're going to get a winner here. A guy who at one point was, one of the best players in the world in his position. So there are definite benefits here. Sevilla, I mean, the last 20 minutes of a game, he could just be your auto sub. I don't know who to put in. Yeah. Screw it. Let's throw him in.
I got nobody else.
Nobody else.
Okay. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it too. And it's also no money. So if he flops, who cares? For him, it's great. Still playing in Spain at 36. Like, yeah, he's washed, but still, like, I give him a little bit of credit for not just cashing in and just like going back to Colo Colo and chilling and winning the league by 40 points. Okay. Mastantuono to Real Madrid. We're almost to the finish line here.
Oh, brother. Yeah. Mastantuono. I'm at a level with you. I don't know what to give this. I gave it a C+.
Oh. Okay.
When it's all said and done, I believe the transfer right now, and correct me on the numbers if I'm wrong here. On the front end, you're looking at 45 million euros. Correct. For an Argentine wonder kid that everybody's losing their mind about. Okay, fantastic. We're approaching Brazilian star boy territory here. Great. I'm excited about that personally. Big price tags make me nervous. And when it's all said and done with taxes and add-ons and such, they're looking at 63. 63, dude. 20 million more than what you're advertising? That, to me,
still less than like Joao Pedro.
That's true. That's true. Joao Pedro is balling. He's balling. I know Mastantuono's starting, but, I mean, you go and talk. The guy is not a complete footballer yet. He is looking incredible for 18. But, I mean, go watch Messi's last game in Argentina. He was playing at his home stadium. He was starting. I mean, River loves him at the Monumental, but I thought he was good. There were sometimes he was making decisions, and I was like, brother, no, you can't be doing that. There was one time where he, like, stopped and held onto the ball and then went for a move, and I was like, no, that's not what you do here. And if that's the attitude you're taking over to Real Madrid, I'm a little nervous. It's a lot of money, and I understand that he is really, really good. And I'm probably going to be flamed for this, but I'm sitting at C+ here, maybe B. I'd be willing to go into B territory.
Okay, let's go B territory because I have it as a B just for the money. He has started 2 out of 3 games already for Madrid. I told you he was going to start 1 game for Argentina this window.
Yes,
he might start against Ecuador too.
He might.
I thought he was as good as an 18-year-old could be. Who, let's be honest, I think he's also starstruck by playing with Messi. Like, he was just trying to feed Messi a lot. Everybody would. I'm not going to hold that against him. I think it's an exciting move. I think that I really like that he's already playing. I don't see this as an Endrick situation where it's like we buy him because ownership wants us to buy him. I think Alonso wanted Mastantuono and was like, hey, he's part of my plans. And he put his money where his mouth is, and he's starting 2 games to start La Liga. It's risky. If it was 80 million, I might put C. I'm like, that's crazy. I don't even know how many of those add-ons will get activated this season. It'll probably come out to about 55 million. I assume some will be hit, some won't. I think it's okay. So we'll go B because it is a risk, but I like the Mastantuono eye test. I think he looks like a very saucy player. Okay.
Yeah.
Last one here. Colombian Luis Sinisterra to Cruzeiro in Serie A, Brazil Serie A, on a loan.
Cruzeiro, I think.
Cruzeiro. What did I say? Cruzeiro?
Cruzeiro, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. This ain't.
You got to throw the Brazilian.
Yeah, it's Cruzeiro. It's definitely Cruzeiro. This is your other D?
No, I actually have my man at an A.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, break that down. I got it as a C.
It's a loan with a $10 million potential. Is it an obligation or is it a potential sort of situation?
I didn't have that written down.
I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put
Okay.
him at an A because just like Anciso, the big thing against this guy is the injuries. The big thing against this guy is the injuries, right? He's very
Been
talented
horrible.
individual. I think, I mean, I saw him. He passed my eye test at Bournemouth. I had him on my fantasy team, and it was honestly probably the luckiest signing that I had. I had him for like, I don't even remember, like on the bench, probably like a 5-game run. Dude is good when he wants to be, but I think it's another mental issue. Like you're just getting constantly injured. 320 days and 37 games he spent injured at Bournemouth. That's brutal.
Why it's brutal. That's why I think it's a B, because his injury history is really, really bad.
Okay.
Or I have it as a C, but that's more like part 2. There's some stuff I'd like to say about him.
Yes.
This guy hasn't hit 5 GA in the league since 2021. In the league.
I thought he went 3-3 2 years ago. Am I crazy?
Oh no, you're not crazy. I'm gonna assume you're correct on that. So maybe it was 5 goals in the league is
Maybe.
what I meant.
My point, the information is the same. The reason that I like this is it's a competitive league. You're 26. You've got a bit of time. You can do well over there, right? You can still have a career for Los Cafeteros. I mean, the guy has 5 goals and 2 assists in his 18 games. I think there's potential. You just got to stay healthy. So if you're having fun and you're enjoying the beaches and everybody's taking care of you, you're not facing the same sort of criticism that you're getting in the Premier League, right? The Brazilians, I feel like, are generally more affable, more patient with that sort of thing. I think it's solid. Yeah, debatable. I do have written down, this is for all of my Lord of the Rings fans out there, give him a moment. For pity's sake. Boromir came into my mind. I think this guy just needs some time to get his mind right, and then I think he could really blossom over there.
See, I will use that Boromir meme on Stupinan.
Yes.
I cannot use that in Sinistera.
Okay,
fair. I think it's just been, he hasn't been as good as Stupinan when he's healthy as well.
Absolutely not. No. He's not the same caliber player at all. But I mean, like the idea of a fresh reset here. And I'm also biased. This guy helped me out in my fantasy league. I've watched him. I liked him. So
I'm gonna put him as a B because I think that's fair what you're saying. It's not a lot of money. Brazil is a good league. Who knows if he becomes a stud for Cruzeiro? Then excellent. Like I'm sure Colombia won't care. I mean, John Arias was starting for them and he was in Brazil. So why couldn't Sinistera do the same thing? I think that's fair. So
it's an optimistic.
It is optimistic. But even if it flops, then all right, who cares? You paid his wage. Boo-hoo, so sad. This is hilarious. We have Alderete as the S tier signing, but I'll be honest, I kind of think that's the right answer. That's just me.
But the biggest, I'm going to save my biggest competitors for that because that's going to give away my my part 2. Tune in.
Yeah.
But I'm happy. I'm happy with it. If you feel that strongly, I don't have anybody that I can compete with in regards to full confidence, locked in signing.
Okay. You need a little bit of ball knowledge to understand that one. So 95% of the viewers will not understand Alderete as the S tier.
Can I throw one player in that we didn't talk about?
Okay. Very quickly, because I got to go.
Okay. Facundo Buonanotte to Chelsea.
As an S tier nominee?
As a D tier nominee.
Oh, yeah. I hated it. I hate
it. Nightmare. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
So much promise. And if we don't think Garnacho's going to get many minutes, Facundo Buonanotte will not sniff the field. Maybe in the FA Cup. Maybe in the beginnings of the FA Cup, just to see what happens. But foolish.
That one sucked. I would have rather him gone to, anything. West Ham. I would have been like, sure. He
That's
should
my
get minutes
Depaul.
with Bowen.
That's my Depaul signing of the season. Hurt
Okay.
me.
I understand that. Yeah, it sucked. We could have had
Yeah.
way more Argentines and Brazilians on here, but
Yeah.
the video is already an hour and 15 minutes, and ain't nobody trying to watch that. So, anyways, guys, that is the tier list. You can see it on screen. Let us know your S tier pick, and let us know which player you think we are hating on, and which player we gassed up too much, and where we place them in this tier list. And again, we've been alluding to a part 2 that will be dropping at some point after this video on the channel, where we have a couple mini awards, such as like Scam of the Window, Biggest Steal, our signing of the season, which we'll try to spice it up since, Alderete is going to be up there. But I got another one in the chamber. So if you guys don't want to miss that and all the other CONMEBOL content on the channel, make sure you subscribe. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. If you're listening on streaming platforms, give the podcast a 5-star rating. We appreciate you guys for watching or listening, and we'll see y'all in the next one.